1 year is equal to 365 days. 1 year is also equal to 12 months, and it is equal to 52 weeks. It is very important to know these conversions because we may be asked to convert between them. So we know that when we are going from 1 year or from years into days, we need to multiply by 365. When we are going from years into months, we need to multiply by 12. When we are going from years into weeks, we need to multiply by 52. So if we are asked to work out what 2 years is in days, we need to work out 365 multiplied by 2. And that will give us an answer of 2 by 5 is 10, 6 by 2 is 12, plus 1 is 13, and 2 by 3 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So that's 730 days. If we are asked to work out what 48 months is in years, what we need to do is divide 48 by 12, and we will get our answer in years. So 48 divided by 12 is 4. And the reason we do that is because when we are going the opposite way, so when we are going from months to years, we will be dividing by 12. When we are going from days to years, so when we are going that way, we will be dividing by 365. When we are going from weeks to years, we will also be dividing, and we'll be dividing by 52. Right, so let's have a look at our weeks. If I am asked how many years 104 weeks is, I need to divide my 104 by 52, and I get an answer of 2, because 52 fits into 104 twice. So I've got 2 years is equal to 104 weeks. One leap year is equal to 366 days, and that is because of the extra day on the 29th of February. So leap years occur every 4 years. Okay, so we're just going to go through leap years so that we have a good understanding of them. Okay, so they occur every 4 years. Right. A leap year, as we've mentioned, has 366 days because of the extra day in February, the 29th of February. Right, so because our leap years occur every 4 years, the year is evenly divisible by 4. The very important parts of figuring out whether a year is a leap year or not is that it must be divisible by both, and that's important, by both 100 and 400. Okay, so it cannot only be divisible by 100, it has to be divisible by both 100 and 400. Let's have a look at an example. The year 2000. The year 2000, let's see if it is divisible by both 100 and 400. So 2000 divided by 100 will give us an answer of 20. So that goes in perfectly. and 2000 divided by 400, we can cross those two zeros off, divide them both by 100. So we've got 20 over 4, which is equal to 5 perfectly. So the year 2000 is divisible by 100 and by 400. So therefore the year 2000 was a leap year. If we would like to figure out whether or not the year 2100 will be a leap year or not, or will be a leap year, we have a look at our number and we see whether it is divisible by 100. So we can see that it is, because we can divide both 2100 divided by 100, and we can divide 100 by 100, and we get an answer of 21. So that works perfectly. Then let's see if the year 2100, or the number 2100, can fit into 400. So we've got, can cross cancel those two zeros, divide both the numerator and the denominator by 100, and we end up with 21 over 4. And 21 over 4 will actually, we'll end up with a mixed number. So we'll have 5, because 4 fits into 25 times, with 1 over 4. So as you can see, the number 2100 is divisible by 100, but it is not divisible by 400. So that's where we have our problem. So the year 2100 will therefore not be a leap year. One week is equal to 7 days. If we are asked to figure out what 3 weeks is in days, we need to multiply our weeks by 7. And when we are going from days to weeks, we divide by 7. So when we're going this way, from weeks to days, we multiply by 7. When we're going from days to weeks, we divide by 7. So 3 weeks into days, we need to multiply by 7. So 3 times by 7 is 21. So 3 weeks is equal to 21 days. 3/14 of a week is equal to how many days? What we need to work out is 3/14 times 7 over 1, and then we can cross cancel. So we've got 7 into itself once, and 7 into 14 twice, and then we've got 3 over 2, which is equal to 1.5. So that is equal to 1.5 days. If we are working the other way around, so if we are working with, let's say, how many weeks is 56 days, all we need to do is divide our days by 7, and we will get an answer of 8. So 56 days is equal to 8 weeks. One day is equal to 24 hours. So when we are converting from days to hours, we multiply by 24. When we are converting from hours to days, we divide by 24. If we are asked to find 3 days in hours, what we need to do is we are going from days to hours. So we need to say 24 times 3, or 3 times 24, which is equal to 3 times 4 is 12, carry our 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. So we end up with 72 hours. So 3 days and 72 hours are equal to each other. If we are asked to work out what 3/8 of 4 days is equal to in hours, what we need to do is work out what 4 days is firstly in hours. So what we need to do there is say 24 times 4, which is 16 carry 1, 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So we've got 3/8 of, or times, 96 hours over 1. And then what we can do is we can cross cancel. So 8 goes into itself once, 8 goes into 96 12 times. 3 times 12 is equal to 36. And 1 times 1 is 1. So our answer is 36 over 1, or just 36 hours. Right. If we are asked to find what 48 hours is equal to in days, all we need to do is divide our 48 by 24, because we are going from hours into days, so we divide by 24. And 48 divided by 24 is just equal to 2. So 2 days is equal to 48 hours. One hour is equal to 60 minutes, and 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. So when we are working with hours and minutes, we can try and remember that it's the same conversion with minutes and seconds. So when we are converting from hours to minutes, we multiply by 60. And when we are working from minutes to hours, we divide by 60. And in the same way, when we are working from minutes to seconds, we multiply by 60. And from seconds to minutes, we divide by 60. Right, so let's keep this in mind as we look through some examples. If I would like to work out what 480 minutes is equal to in hours, all I need to do is divide by 60. So I divide my 480 by 60, and I can cross cancel, and I end up with 48 over 6, which is equal to 8 hours. In the same way, from minutes to seconds, or let's go from seconds to minutes, if I would like to see what 240 seconds is equal to in minutes, I divide my 240 by 60, and I end up with 24 divided by 6, which is equal to 4 minutes. Right, if I would like to work out what 1.5 hours is equal to in minutes, all I need to work out is what 1 hour is in minutes, which is 60, and then I plus half an hour, or half of 60 minutes, which is equal to 30 minutes, and I end up with an answer of 90 minutes. So 1.5 hours is equal to 90 minutes. In the same way, if I would like to work out 3.25 minutes into seconds, all I need to do is work out what 3 minutes is in seconds. So 3 minutes into seconds, we multiply by 60. So 3 times 60 is 180. And then I plus what a quarter of 60 seconds is, which is equal to 15. So I end up with 180 plus 15, which is 195 seconds. So 3.25 minutes is equal to 195 seconds. If I would like to work out 3/4 of 2 hours, all I need to do is convert those 2 hours into minutes. So 3/4 of, or times, and 2 times 60 is equal to 120 over 1. and that gives me an answer of, well, I can cross cancel 4 into itself once, and 4 into 120 30 times, and 3 times 30 is equal to 90. So I end up with an answer of 90 minutes. So 3/4 of 2 hours is equal to 90 minutes. If I would like to work out what 1/5 of 3 minutes is equal to, I need to work out what 3 minutes is in seconds. So 3 minutes is equal to, I need to multiply minutes into seconds, so I need to multiply by 60. So 3 times by 60 is 180 over 1, and 1 over 5 times 180 over 1. I need to work out how many times 5 fits into 180. So 5 fits into 18 3 times, remainder 3, and 5 fits into 30 6 times. So I end up with an answer of 36 there, and 1 there, because I put 5 into 5 goes once, and 5 into 180 goes 36 times, and 1 times 36 is 36. So 1/5 of 3 minutes is equal to 36 seconds. One kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. 1 liter is equal to 1,000 milliliters, and 1 kg is equal to 1,000 grams. So let's keep this in mind when we are working through some examples. And let's remember that when we are going from kilometers or liters or kgs to our meters or milliliters or grams, we will be timesing by 1,000. And when we are going the other way around, we will be dividing by 1,000. Right, so if I have 342 milliliters and I would like to convert that into liters, I need to divide by 1,000 because I'm going from my smaller measurement to my bigger measurement, so my number needs to get smaller. So 342 milliliters into liters, I go from my decimal point, which is at the end of any whole number, and I bring in 1, 2, 3 decimal places, and I put my place value in to get an answer of 0,342 liters. If I would like to convert 27 meters into kilometers, I again would need to divide by 1,000. So I go from my decimal point and I go 1, 2, 3 places back, put in my placeholders, and I get an answer of 0,027 kilometers. If I would like to convert 77892 grams into kgs, I would need to, or let's say that I've actually got a comma there, so 7789,2 grams into kgs. I would go from where my comma is and bring in 1, 2, 3 decimal places to get an answer of 7,7892 kgs. If I would now like to convert from the bigger measurements to the smaller measurements, I need to remember to multiply by 1,000 instead of dividing by 1,000. So if I've got 4,7 kilometers, that will be equal to 4,700 meters, because I write my 4.7 and I put in some placeholders and I multiply it by 1000, or I move the decimal place 3 places to the right. If I would like to convert 0,025 liters into milliliters, I again would need to multiply by 1000 and I get an answer of 25 milliliters. If I would like to convert 1,203 kgs into grams, I again would multiply by 1000 to get an answer of 1,203 grams. One meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So when we are converting from meters to centimeters, we multiply by 100, and when we are converting from centimeters to meters, we divide by 100. So if I would like to work out what 7.08 meters is equal to in centimeters, I multiply my number by 100 to get an answer of 708 centimeters. If I would like to work out what 9908 centimeters is going to be equal to in meters, I need to go from my decimal point at the end of my number and divide by 100. So I end up with 99,08 centimeters. If I would like to work out what 3/4 of 2 meters is equal to in centimeters, I need to work out what 2 meters is in centimeters first, which is equal to 200, because I just multiply my meters by 100 to get centimeters, and then I work out 3/4 of, or multiplied by 200 over 1. 4 fits into itself once, 4 fits into 200 50 times, and then I say 3 times 50, which is equal to 150, and it's 150 over 1, or just 150 centimeters. So 3/4 of 2 meters is equal to 150 centimeters. One centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So when we are converting from centimeters to millimeters, we multiply by 10. And when we are converting from millimeters to centimeters, we divide by 10. So if I have got 550 millimeters, and I would like to see how much that is in centimeters, I need to divide by 10, and I get an answer of 55. If I would like to work out what 32 centimeters is equal to in millimeters, I multiply by 10 to get an answer of 320 millimeters. If I've got 0,43 centimeters and I would like to convert that into millimeters, I would again just multiply by 10 to get 4.3 millimeters. If I would like to work out what 1/5 of 3 centimeters is equal to in millimeters, I need to convert my 3 centimeters into millimeters, which all I do is multiply by 10. So I end up with 1/5 times, or of, 30 over 1. And I get an answer of 6 millimeters, because 5 into itself goes once, and 5 into 30 goes 6 times. So 1/5 of 3 centimeters is 6 millimeters.